Okay, so we got the one side of this GTO all welded up. So what happens next? The next step. Sean's going to work the quarter panel where he has to do any kind of light filler, and he's stripping all that old paint off the door. Original doors, 1970. Look at that. I see there's a little bit of pink old Bondo there and there. Exact spots where somebody would be hitting it when they're opening and closing the doors. So that's looking pretty good. I'm not going to work the fender quite yet. I'm going to work on this end. I did pull the fender out, remember I was showing you the other day, and I got the patch all welded in there, so that's all done. Started loosening off the front of this old bad boy to get the front end off it, you can see. So we'll keep continuing this video as we go along here and Sean sanding. One thing we always do, we always take all this black primer coat off. We don't trust this shit. Some of this stuff is good, you can sand it, you can paint on it, primer it, and it'll stick. Other stuff like this black coating, you can just pick it off with your nail. So we don't take the chance, we just sand it all down. But there we are. So Sean's working on that. So that's what you're seeing today. We'll keep coming back and forth. And I'm going to be working over here on this. Oh yeah. So I'm going to be working a little bit on the 56 Ford here today. We've got a little issue with this here being a little too high for the hood. And even though we've trimmed back this lip a bit and we fitted the hood absolutely perfect, it's still kind of rubbing here. And that's the thing with some of these cars when they're doing, you gotta play with stuff, and sometimes you gotta figure situations out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come along here and I'm gonna take this much out of it. So I'm gonna cut this out, then I'm gonna slice it back to here in the paper. I'm gonna press that down so it still follows the contour. So this will then come down lower, but weld it back up, call it a day. Because the hood, we can't fit it any better than it's fitting. And what's happening is, like I say, I'll show you the other side. You can kind of see it through the tape here. It's rubbing when you open it. And no matter what we do, we just can't get it to stop. See there? The other side's a little worse. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to zip on the line, cut this way. That'll be zipped down a little further. Take a section out, tap down lightly, grind it down, weld it up. It'll just be like this is coming down like that. Yes, I realize there's a rubber that goes there. That's not an issue. I have the rubber. The problem is that it's still getting caught, and even if I put the rubber on there, it's going to rip it up every time. I don't know. Maybe it's the way this hood is, because these hoods are meant to tilt open, and we put this flip thing in. We did shave a little bit off the edge of this hood, but you don't want to shave too much because this is your strength right here. So I think we'll just chop it on the other side. Hey, why not? A little bit of a modification. We're going to make it work nice. Just like someone got rid of the drip rails. We're going to make it look nice. Right? This truck is going to be beautiful when it's done. So a few changes aren't going to hurt. So let's get some tools ready. Let's get it going. Cutting away. All right. Grinder. Good. That's what I did. Look at that. Perfectly round. Comes down. Goes nice. Still got the gutter. Whoops. Still got the gutter line. Then it tapers away kind of flat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blow this off. I'm going to spray just a quick little bit of spray bomb primer on there. I'm going to close the hood just to make sure there's nothing going on, but it shouldn't be. Then I'm going to exactly duplicate it on the other side. Okay, so I sprayed a little primer on there, closed the hood, nowhere near rubbing. Lots of room. I'm on the other side. Just finished welding it up. Did the same amount of cuts like for length. Took the same piece out here. So we'll spray some primer on there. Let it dry up. Then we'll close the hood and we'll open it. We'll see if it rubs there. In the meantime, let's see how Sean is making out on the 70 GTO. I hear the sander going. Alright. Oh, he's already got some mud on there. Look at that, folks. And now remember, when you see Bondo like that, I'll tell you this, for you, if you're getting your car worked on by somebody and you're in a panic when you see stuff like that, remember that guaranteed 50% to 75% of that gets knocked off and on the floor. It's usually more like 75% comes off and just goes right on the floor, you lose it. And that's the problem. You pay for it, and we sweep it up and throw it out. If only you could just put something in it and soften it up and use it again, eh? He's going to town here. Alright, keep you posted as he goes. Starting to do a little bit of putty work here, but before we get carried away, we sprayed some primer across here, this rattle can. We're going to make one more sure that it doesn't rub with the putty on. Let's try it one more time. We'll let that dry up, see what happens there. Then, what we got to do next is finish cutting out underneath there. If you can see where that hole is, got to finish cutting all that out and fitting it for all the clutch and brake pedal assembly. In the meantime, Sean sounds like he's going to town in here still with the orbital. He's working her. Very nice. Tumbling along good. Tumbling along good. Lots of sandpaper. When you're in this industry, you have lots of sandpaper. And if you look over here, we have anywhere from 80 grit to 100 to 120 to 180 to 220 to 600 to 400 to 320 to 150. Just tons of sandpaper hangs on those hooks all day. So, anyway, we're going to get back to this. Going to give this a few minutes to dry up, and then we'll see where we get. Maybe we'll finish cutting that hole up while I wait for that to happen. Okay, so putty work's all done. Just shot a little spray bomb primer on there again for the third time. Everything's not rubbing, nothing's touching. So now we're going to blow the hood off, blow the fenders off, because Sean's ready to put the cab in final primer. And once you get the cab in final primer, we can lift the whole cab off the frame, because the whole frame's going to be taken down, going to be blasted, all apart. Obviously, we're going to take everything out of it, all blasted, and we're going to paint the frame. So this is going into final primer right now. So now it's time to start unbolting stuff. And Sean is still working away here with the old sander. He's working. Looking good. was saying, it looks like a lot of filler on there, but trust me, it's not. Most of it's on the ground, which is a shame. So you put it on, you sand it off, try and get it perfectly straight. That's what they want, especially on that car because it's going shiny black. So let's I think we're doing good here for a Thursday. Let's get some stuff unbolted here. I gotta set this camera down, turn it off, and go find what kind of tools I need for this situation. Put them together, take them apart. There we go. Open up. Not that way. Sure that way. We are getting there. Slowly coming apart. Lovely, lovely. Looking good, buddy.
Smeared everything.
Yeah, well, it's all going to land on the ground again.
Yeah,
I know, right? That's okay.
The opportunity.
Looks better than that. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sean's got the car all covered up. So you can kind of get a, well, you can't get an idea, but anyway, he was working away here today. I think he's got, yeah, he's got it all smoothed down. Covered up. He's going to do some priming now. Not on the car though. We work on everything here. Sean's been working on a John Deere tractor in his spare time. John Deere tractor. So he's got some parts and pieces here he's been doing up for a customer. So he's going to prime them up right now. And then we're going to paint them John Deere green. And then he's got the deck lid here he's priming up. That's for the Firebird right over there. And then this is it for taking parts off of this today. We're hopefully going to get this in the shop tomorrow, Friday. Get the cab primered up. Maybe the hood, I don't know, depends. We'll just see where it goes. So it wasn't too exciting of a video today, but just wanted to show you what's going on, and we'll see what Mike's been working on. Mike's been working on this Toyota. He's worked on it before. He did the box wheel wells or wheel arches, whatever you want to say, over a year ago. Did a good job, and the customer was happy, came back, and the customer now wanted to do down below here, on the little extra cab area, it was all rusted. So we're putting that on, and he's putting new rockers on. Getting that all nicely done. Apparently these little Toyotas are worth money. Let's take a look at this. So I don't even know what year it is, but apparently they're worth good money. This guy says he's got he's got a list at home of people that have given him a number that want to buy this. But this is his winter vehicle. He's got a newer truck, so he uses this as a winter vehicle, and he goes hunting in the winter. So he just likes to take care of the rust and take care of it running wise. Maybe one day he'll paint the whole thing, I don't know, but the box was in here somewhere, I'm sure, in a video from a year ago. It shows the box where Mike did all that work. And then Sean did the body work, and we just sprayed the box here, nothing fancy. It was just, the guy's not fussy, just sprayed it here, didn't take it to the booth, it's got some dust, it's not perfect, doesn't care. So that's all good. So that's what went on there. So that is probably it for this Thursday. We got a surprise for you on Sunday. Sunday's video is, I don't know if you'd say it's car related or not. Well, it's kind of car related and it kind of isn't. But it's very interesting. Something's happening here in the shop. And it's, what can I say about it? I don't know, it's going to go worldwide. Worldwide. Something's happening here that's going to go worldwide. But when I say worldwide, I don't mean the whole world's going to see it. But it is something out there with Old Time Garage and the shop in it that will be worldwide for everyone to see. Okay, stay tuned for the Sunday video. And that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hey, it's always a good time at Old Time, right? See you later.